culture in my music. I think that my culture, it's in me, it's inside of me, so I can ignore it. It's my way to express what I feel. So I think that we mix the kinds of music because it's like our life. I grew. ¿Cómo se dice grew?
I grew.
I grew up in Mexico, my country, with my traditions and all of that. So I can ignore it, and I can't make music just using the other kind of music that it's outside of my country, because I am made of all the kinds of music I have heard. So I think that that's why we use Mexican music, and we use another kinds of music of all the world, because we live in a world where we have many things that are around us, and all that things makes us. So I don't think I incorporate the culture. That's who I am.
Yeah, I agree with Cynthia. I think that just the idea of to incorporate your culture in your art is absurd, because art is a product of a culture, and the product of a community and of your own identity. And as my sister said, it's not that we try to mix, is that it is just natural to us, because that's what we are. We don't live in a 19th century Mexico. We live in a 21st century world that is connected in many ways, and you know, there's no Mexican identity as such, and there is no American identity as such. It's just that you are an individual, and the music that we do and the art that we do is a product of that. So it just comes natural. It's part of us.
You don't think in countries when you are making music, we are from Mexico. We have a strong culture. Our culture is inside since our birth. See?
Birth.
Since our birth. So we can't ignore our culture. The culture came out in our music because it's our natural way to live and to express and to compose and to talk and to feel, and we don't mix. It's just natural.
It's like to ask someone, how do you look like your father? You know, you don't try to look like your father, you just do, because it is in your DNA. So you could say that, you know, it is just part of our cultural DNA, it's part of our identity. So it's not even that we try to do it, you know, it just comes out. You just see it.
And at the same time, we are from a country that it's so rich in traditions and cultures, because maybe because of the size of the country, or I don't know why, but our country have too many colors and all that we have in the food, in the music, in the people, in the traditions, in the celebrations. So maybe we are, because of that, maybe we are so colorful. I don't know how can I explain it, but it's the way I feel, like a person with too many colors inside.
Todos me dicen el negro picante pero sabroso. Yo soy como el chile verde, llorona, picante pero sabroso. Ay, ay, llorona, 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 llévame al río. Ay, ay, llorona, 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 llévame al río. Tápame con tu rebozo, llorona, porque me muero de frío. Tápame con tu rebozo, llorona, porque me muero de frío. Sí, porque te quiero, quieres, llorona, quieres que te quiera más. Sí, porque te quiero, quieres, llorona, quieres que te quiera más. Si ya te he dado mi vida, llorona, ¿qué más quieres? ¿Quieres más? Si ya te he dado mi vida, llorona, ¿qué más quieres? ¿Quieres más? Salías del templo un día, llorona, cuando al pasar yo te vi. Salías del templo un día, llorona, cuando al pasar yo te vi. Hermoso huipil llevabas, llorona, que la Virgen te creí. Hermoso huipil llevabas, llorona, que la Virgen te creí.
Okay, to answer your question, let me tell you that Cinthya Morado, you know, we don't think in terms of race, we don't think with borders, with barriers, with flags. We think that all those things are there for a reason, and that reason is to divide. And music is actually quite the opposite. Music brings people together, music unites, and music shows us how close we are, how the differences that are supposed to be there are not as big as they should, or at least as big as they tell us they should be. And to say that globalization may destroy my identity is it's like to say that for me to speak in English or in French, or would destroy my language. It doesn't. It actually makes me a richer person. It brings me intellectual, artistic, and cultural wealth. And I think that everyone should think that way, in the way that no one should limit themselves to any framework of thinking, to any axioms that are already established.
You can't build barriers and say music comes from is a type of music because it comes from one place, and it's a different music because it comes from another place. Because no idea is original, and everything has influences from something else. Especially in the Western world. The Western world wasn't born the way it is. The Western world has influences from all over the world. So no idea is original. You can't build barriers like that.
And we can see traditional instruments here in our country, that if you go to Africa, we see the instruments that it's almost the same, and it's because since the beginning of the time we were mixed up. So ¿cómo se dice aunque? Even though the instruments are from here, like the marimba, we have the balafon in Africa that it's almost the same, and we know that it's because all the world is influenced for other world.
The music is it's global. No, the music is not from that place or that place. That's wrong. The music is for all the.
So I love to perform in live because it's the opportunity to be in contact with the people and to share what we do. And the best thing that the best sense, no, ¿cómo se dice sentimiento? Feeling. The best feeling that I can feel is to see other people in the eyes and sing to them. It's a lot.
Sin prisa, lejanas, distantes, nueva frase fallecida, resucita descubierta. Las nostalgias se revuelcan, vuelan incesantes, y el papel que nada inventa y que conserva palma abierta. Se me mojan las mejillas, recuerdillos mariposas, se me llenan de sentires, de pasado y de acongojos, y entre tanta revivencia de pasiones dolorosas, voy leyendo perdiciones en el bosque de unos ojos. Duele vivir siendo yo, necesito de tu paz que no duela tanto. Duele vivir siendo yo, necesito de ti, que no duela tanto, tanto. Duele vivir siendo yo, necesito escarbar entre tus recuerdos. Duele vivir siendo yo, necesito de ti, que no duela tanto, 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 tanto. Paz que no duela tanto. Duele vivir siendo yo, necesito de ti, que no duela tanto, tanto. Días confusos, grises, callados, cansados.
The difference between recording and playing live is that you have different goals. When you're recording, your goal is to have a product and have it well recorded and presentable. when you're live, you're trying to transmit a feeling more than, it's more important to transmit the feeling of the song than the actual performance, the actual ability and skill.
I think the difference between playing live and recording is only the process, the technical process, because when you record you have to give all your
effort.
Your effort. Yes. You have to give all your effort, like when you are playing live. You have to give your best and to do your best to make the thing right recording, and to not commit mistakes when you're playing live. We're playing live.
We really try to have a specific style when we play. It just comes out, you know, and maybe Jorge he starts playing something, and maybe Daniel he starts playing something else, and if it works, it works, and it works based on what we feel, how we feel about it, and if we feel that it is expressing what we want to express at the time, we just use it.
When I write a song, it's not because I need to write. No, it's not because I have to write a song, but it's like a, ¿cómo se dice necesidad?
A necessity.
It's a necessity to express myself. So I have something inside of me that I need to take out. So that's why I write.
Ay.